On November 29, 2025, at approximately 2:49 p.m., Officer Williams observed a gray SUV traveling northbound on South Carolina Highway 31 at a high rate of speed. Radar confirmed the vehicle was moving at 81 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone. And when Officer Williams attempted to initiate a traffic stop on Highway 31, just north of Robert Grissom Parkway, the driver failed to stop and instead turned onto South Carolina Highway 22.
Like Miller Volkswagen headed 728 XX-ray detail for Quebec 593 is XDQ 593.
Florence, we're still rolling. Show me 10-0.
And Florence 10-0, 33. 33. What's the reason for the stop?
81 and 65. We're going, Florence, we're going 48 right now. You getting close to me with a pit bumper?
Yeah, affirmative. Are you going northbound or southbound?
We're northbound. About to approach Water Tower. Florence, you would notify North Puddle Beach in the county.
Yeah, go on.
Florence, looks like there's 2 occupants. We're picking speed up again, up to 63.
Warren 234, 1022, hot stop, limit around door. 347.
Speed at 78. Speed's at 42. We're exiting on the 22. Going 20 miles an hour. Looks like about.
A few minutes later, the driver pulled over on the left shoulder. But as Officer Williams prepared to step out of his patrol vehicle, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled once again.
We stopped for a second, now we're back. Heading 22. He's taking westbound. Speeds are at 116. We're about halfway there. We're in lane 1. Is there a unit at 90 and 22? A marked unit.
Don't escape on 22. About miles. 31.
Yeah, bro, we're coming up with 90 now. We're in lane 2, speed 76.
About 31 now, coming up 22.
We're exiting off on a 90.
Yeah, parking on first up on Highway 90.
We're heading north, technically eastbound, going up to Red Bluff right now.
The suspect vehicle then turned onto Highway 90 and traveled east before making a left turn onto Service Road 31, where it briefly came to a stop. At that moment, Officer Williams drew his firearm and loudly ordered the driver to exit the vehicle. But the driver refused to comply and fled northbound along Service Road 31.
We're stopped. We got another unit close by. Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the car! He stopped. We're back 75 miles an hour, heading down Red Bluff, board 95. Speed 82.
What color is that vehicle?
Dark gray. We're on Red Bluff approaching SC 905 shortly. Traffic's light.
The Horry County Police Department advised that tire deflation devices were being deployed near the Waccamaw River, and as the pursuit moved into the area where Corporal Dozier was preparing to set them up, Corporal J.A. and Sergeant Lane joined the chase. When the spike strips were deployed, the suspect vehicle suddenly slammed to a stop, swerved sharply to the left, and attempted to strike Corporal Dozier, an aggressive move that significantly escalated tensions among the responding officers.
Or if he's driving backwards on front here, he's just trying to hit a coming here and I'm going to take the vehicle out.
Take him out. They just tried to hit the county unit. Florence, he's driving backwards. I'm primary. He just tried to hit a county unit. I'm going to take the vehicle out.
Take him out.
Stop! Get out! Get your hands up! Stay in the vehicle!
After a series of pit maneuvers, the suspect's vehicle was disabled, prompting the driver to exit and flee on foot. Following a brief foot pursuit, Officer Williams was able to apprehend the suspect and take him into custody without further incident. On September 17, 2024, at about 5:56 p.m., Trooper Guerriere with the Florida Highway Patrol attempted to stop a black Lincoln displaying an expired temporary tag on Southwest 10th Street east of Powerline Road. When he activated his emergency lights and siren, the driver took off.
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill, which I supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now overtime, trying to do their job. It would have allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl coming into the United States. I know there's so many families watching.
The driver accelerated, weaving through traffic and nearly colliding with two other vehicles while changing lanes. The car then ran a red light at Newport Center Drive before entering Interstate 95 southbound. Recognizing the danger to other motorists, Trooper Guerriere made the decision to perform a precision immobilization technique to bring the pursuit to an end.
What's your 1020 now?
Trooper Guerriere executed the pit maneuver, ending the pursuit. The driver, identified as Vintoya Woodard, was taken into custody at 6:01 p.m. A child was found in the front passenger seat. Paramedics confirmed the child was unharmed, and custody was later released to a family member. Woodard told officers she fled out of fear and admitted her license had been suspended. A female deputy from the Broward County Sheriff's Office conducted a search before Trooper Guerriere transported Woodard to the Broward County Jail without incident. On On February 2nd, 2023, at approximately 11:04 a.m., Trooper Bird was parked on southbound Interstate 95 near mile marker 109 when license plate reader cameras flagged a stolen 1992 white Honda Accord, North Carolina plate RAW 3837, entering Georgia from South Carolina. The car exited onto State Highway 21, where Trooper Bird tried to make a traffic stop. The vehicle briefly came to a halt, but as Bird opened his door, the driver sped off, triggering a pursuit. Trooper Bird immediately notified Troop F Communications that a chase was underway.
Hands up, keep them up, keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Don't move. At the 109, I got him at gunpoint. Hey, keep your hands up.
As the vehicle drove recklessly, Trooper Bird deemed it necessary to stop it for public safety. He attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. A second attempt was made on Interstate 95, but the driver evaded it. As the vehicle regained control, Trooper Bird used his push bumper to make contact with the driver's side, disabling the vehicle.
All right. Hey, you got him covered? I'm sorry. All right, here's the deal, man. Yeah, I know. Put your hands in front of you. Yes, sir. In front of you. Come on here. Yep.
At approximately 6:10 p.m. on July 2nd, 2024, the Ingham County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call reporting a reckless driver on westbound I-96. The caller stated that a Ford Crown Victoria was speeding, weaving through traffic, and passing vehicles on the shoulder along I-96 and US 127. A second 911 caller reported that the vehicle was traveling northbound in the southbound lanes of US 127. Deputies attempted to stop the vehicle as it transitioned onto eastbound I-96, but the driver refused to pull over and fled, initiating a pursuit.
County cars update on your location. 65. Continuing through Lansing 65, Burton City Store. Far right lane, like you be a jump on the highway. The far right lane, where's he at now? Crash. You're crashed.
Following the pit maneuver, both occupants complied with deputies' commands and were taken into custody without further incident. Investigators later determined that the pickup truck had been stolen from a woman earlier that same day.
I'm going to open up the
At approximately 11:45 a.m. on July 4th, 2025, Sergeant Bob Love, badge number 208, attempted to stop a purple Dodge Charger bearing Arkansas license plate ABL65L on Interstate 500 near the 30-mile marker. The vehicle had approached his patrol unit from behind at around 90 miles per hour. The driver, later identified as 22-year-old John Robert Stevenson Jr., had initially fled from Sergeant T. Harris, who had attempted to stop him for a traffic violation on U.S. Highway 65B near Interstate 50. Upon spotting Sergeant Love, Stevenson accelerated even further, passed the patrol unit in the left lane, and began to flee. Sergeant Love activated his emergency lights and siren and initiated the pursuit. During the pursuit, Stevenson drove recklessly, passing vehicles on the paved shoulder and weaving through traffic at speeds exceeding 150 miles per hour. The highest speed recorded was 158 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone.
I just took it CTR 5 up into 365.
To 15 advise me if he goes north or south on 365.
10-4. Sight behind them. I'm just gonna go north.
Get set up there somewhere on 365 and see if you can get it set. Set, bro. I'm coming down 104 now.
Just gotta keep driving. I think I'm on side up there. You can possibly still be on the interstate. Make sure everybody is still aware.
Sergeant Love briefly lost sight of the vehicle and believed it had taken exit 24 north toward Jefferson Nessitercel. Upon reaching the exit, he turned onto Stagecoach Road heading east, then continued north on State Highway 365. However, he was unable to locate the suspect vehicle, and the pursuit was temporarily terminated. Sergeant Love remained in the area to continue searching, but the vehicle could not be found. Shortly afterward, the dispatch center for Troop E advised that the suspect vehicle had re-entered Interstate 530 northbound near the 7-mile marker, where troopers from Troop A resumed the pursuit. In the renewed pursuit, the suspect became even more reckless, reaching speeds of up to 167 miles per hour. Despite pushing their patrol vehicles to maximum speed, troopers were unable to keep up. It was clear the suspect was posing a significant and immediate danger to the public.
Go back there.
Yeah, I'm just on it. White, number 1 lane.
10-4, number 1 lane. Good. 126 left line.
He's in the right lane towards the county line now. Trying to spot the overpass on the ridge.
In the minutes that followed, the suspect continued driving with extreme recklessness, weaving through traffic at dangerously high speeds and coming close to causing multiple collisions. Troopers had yet to find a safe opportunity to stop the vehicle. But in Arkansas, law enforcement never backs down.
I'm on the service road now, coming up behind him, coming up like you said. 48 on the service road county line.
46 primary.
Yeah, it's like on there. Come on, guys.
He's got a gap on it. He's sitting in now, other people are coming. I'm not sure if it's primary or secondary, but I'm third now. Keep on and moving you down traffic, past the 123rd.
Pass 123.
Out of 88 to
98 John.
Hey, go to 25. Hey, I'm moving out your way. I'm getting the fire.
Traffic was beginning to thicken, but the suspect showed no signs of slowing down. Patrol units had accelerated to 150 miles per hour, yet could only observe the suspect from a distance. At such speeds, even if troopers managed to close the gap, a pit maneuver would be too dangerous to attempt.
Probably taking the money, seat service road. You're still on the interstate? We are passing the PDA speed bid.
Finally, as the pursuit entered Saline County, the suspect attempted to flee by crossing the grassy median. In doing so, he lost control of the vehicle, resulting in a crash. Troopers quickly responded and took the driver into custody. Miraculously, although the Dodge Charger was nearly destroyed, no one inside sustained serious injuries. Both the driver and a passenger were arrested without further incident.
Oh my God, stop! Fucking God, bro! Arkansas State Police.
Do we have description of the vehicle they hit?
Towards the road, clear the house here. We're 15 cops doing clear the net.
4.
The driver now faces a series of charges, including speeding 167 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone, criminal mischief, second degree, battery second degree, battery first degree, fleeing in a vehicle, causing serious physical injury, fleeing in a vehicle, exceeding the posted speed limit, reckless driving first offense with serious physical injury.
Call one for your car yet? Not yet.
Around 1:50 p.m. on December 20th, 2025, Newburgh Heights Police received an alert from an automated license plate reader indicating a vehicle in the area had been reported stolen. The car had been taken earlier out of Parma, and officers immediately began investigating. When an officer attempted a traffic stop on Harvard Avenue, the driver refused to pull over and accelerated away, triggering a pursuit.
I have two in a backyard right now.
His name is Clarkson Del Paz. Screaming.
On the stomach now! On your stomach now!
Please.
Do not look at me! Where's the third one?
He over there.
Stand by. Got two pruned out there complying. I'm getting you an address. Stand by. Do not look at me. Get on the ground. Do not look at me.
My mama.
Do not look at me. Stay on that ground. You're in there? Get over here now. Get over here now. Go. Just get on the ground. Stand by. I got all three now. Stand by.
I wanted you.
$3865 West 21st. Don't be reaching.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You come on.
3865 West 21st Street. 3 black juveniles pruned out. They are complying. Everyone show me your hands. You in the gray, show me your hands. Just lay on the ground. Just lay on the ground.
You got my mom.
3865 West 21st. I have 3.
Please. Please. Please don't hurt us. You call my mom?
We'll call parents in a second. You guys are doing good. Thank you for complying. Once I get all the units here, we'll detain everybody and we'll figure everything out.
Going to jail?
We're not going to jail right now. You're going to be detained, okay?
Oh my God.
Just keep on complying.
We need some more people that be in.
3865, it's at the middle of an intersection. There's a Jeep in the driveway with a white Kia. There's a white Jeep that just stopped in front of it.
Please help me. No!
You're right in front of it.
No, please. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. I do, Mommy.
Redetained.
Please don't hurt me.
Okay. I got it.
Please don't hurt me.
I have a not checking
No.
Hey, stop talking. Don't reach for anything. Put that down.
Please don't hurt me.
Hey, stop.
Officers later determined the driver was an 11-year-old child with 2 other children, ages 8 and 12, inside the vehicle. During questioning, the children admitted they had learned how to steal and start cars by watching videos online. No one inside the vehicle or nearby was injured. Because of their ages, the children were released to their parents while the case was referred to juvenile court. At approximately 10:51 p.m. on January 22nd, 2026, Trooper Williams was patrolling westbound on Arkansas State Highway 160 when he observed a dark gray SUV traveling eastbound at a high rate of speed. Radar confirmed the vehicle was moving at 67 miles per hour in a posted 55 miles per hour zone. Trooper Williams turned around and activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver failed to comply and fled, accelerating to approximately 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, Highway 160 and Highway 360. TBI. Black male, all black, running across the field, northbound. I believe that's a passenger. Driver still in the vehicle. Let me see your hand!
After a pit maneuver at approximately 105 miles per hour, the front seat passenger exited the vehicle and fled on foot. The driver, later identified as Tyerica Robinson, also exited the vehicle and was taken into custody without incident. An assisting agency remained with Robinson while Trooper Williams pursued the fleeing passenger and apprehended them after a brief foot chase. An assisting officer later located a large clear plastic bag containing 8 individually packaged bags of marijuana along the eastbound shoulder. On February 13th, 2026, at approximately 6:39 p.m., Sergeant N. Gines was traveling eastbound on 13th Avenue when he passed through the stop sign intersection at 13th Avenue and South Cypress Street and observed a vehicle ahead displaying an expired Nevada temporary tag. Sergeant Gines pulled in behind the vehicle and initiated a traffic stop. The car initially complied, but as he approached along the passenger side taillight, the driver suddenly accelerated and turned south onto Locust Street. Sergeant Gines quickly returned to his patrol unit and began a pursuit. After the vehicle lost control and crashed into a tree, the driver exited and fled on foot, while the passenger, identified as the driver's girlfriend, was taken into custody at the scene. During an inventory search, Sergeant Preston located a black wallet in the driver's side door compartment. Inside was an Arkansas identification card bearing the name, date of birth, and photograph of Eric Hadley. Sergeant Preston presented the ID to the woman, who confirmed it belonged to the driver. At approximately 1:23 a.m. on February 26, 2026, Trooper Martin attempted to stop a 2016 Volkswagen Touareg for speeding. Instead of pulling over, the Touareg continued southbound on Interstate 49 and exited onto the 67B ramp toward Fulbright Expressway without stopping.
10-4, show you turning eastbound to Fulbright. Show me 10-4, 10-37. Still on the brake. Film GDM. That's what GDM. That's where GVI should be. Full right. That's where westbound full right. Wrecked out. That's where wrecked out. White shirt. That's where flat on foot, white male, black shirt, heading towards Washington Regional.
Right here. Get on the ground. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
The driver, later identified as Zachary Mason, was taken into custody after a brief foot pursuit. During contact, Trooper Martin detected a strong odor of alcohol and observed a small cut near Mason's eye, along with bloodshot, watery eyes. Mason admitted he had been drinking, but did not say where. Mason was charged with driving while intoxicated, speeding 90 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone, refusing a breath test, fleeing by vehicle, and fleeing on foot.
Nothing at all. Swear to God.
On February 28, 2025, at about 9:38 p.m., Trooper Kennedy was traveling west on Interstate 30 near mile marker 124 when he noticed a silver GMC Terrain trailing behind him and hesitating to pass. When the vehicle finally moved around him, it accelerated, and Kennedy saw the temporary tag was loose and unreadable. He attempted a traffic stop, but the driver feigned compliance, slowing as if to pull over, before abruptly merging back into traffic and fleeing.
I've got a TBI on the North Service Road 123. You can start back this way.
Just a few minutes into the pursuit, Trooper Kennedy executed a successful pit on northbound Interstate 30 near Marketplace. The suspect's vehicle shot into the ditch, rolled onto the driver's side, and came to rest between the interstate and the service road.
Hey, driver! Driver, step out of the car! Step out of the car! Hey, Hey, get out of the car. Stay in there. Get out. Hey, get back. Get back. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. Get back in the car.
The driver, identified as Abu Bakr Haruna, was found unconscious and bleeding heavily from the face in the aftermath of the crash. Moments later, a small child climbed out through a window. Trooper Kennedy carried the child to safety, noting no visible injuries. Haruna eventually regained consciousness and displayed clear signs of intoxication. She had not been wearing a seatbelt and appeared to have struck the steering wheel or windshield on impact. An overturned car seat was found on the back floorboard, indicating the child had not been properly restrained before the crash.
That is absolutely ridiculous. You're going to freaking...
At approximately 8:10 p.m. on June 16, 2026, Trooper Greeno was on patrol when he observed a white vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed. A radar check showed the vehicle was traveling at 60 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. Trooper Greeno immediately activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but instead of pulling over, the driver accelerated away, initiating a pursuit.
We're out of unit 261, going to be out of unit 261. Business contact with key holder.
Stop the fucking car! Get out!
Yes, sir.
Following the pit maneuver, the driver complied with officers' commands and was taken into custody without further incident. Further investigation revealed that the driver's license had been suspended and that the vehicle had been taken and used without the owner's permission.
Okay, well, I didn't...
At approximately 1:45 a.m. on June 15, 2026, Trooper Jackson Shoemate was patrolling eastbound on Interstate 30 near mile marker 130 in Little Rock when he observed a white Tesla Model Y following a commercial truck at an unsafe distance. The Tesla exited at exit 131 into a 45-mile-per-hour zone, but continued traveling at more than 70 miles per hour. Trooper Shoemate also observed the vehicle repeatedly failing to maintain its lane, leading him to suspect the driver might be impaired. Near the Geyer Springs Road exit, Trooper Shoemate activated his emergency lights and siren. Instead of stopping, the Tesla merged back onto Interstate 30, accelerated, and initiated a pursuit.
What you doing tonight? Do what now?
I was hanging out with a friend.
Here you go. You're good to go.
1052. Sorry, TNS 1063 for out of 98, 30 eastbound, Bear Spring.
They're welcome right behind Overlook. Yeah, I see. We're down to 6 now. I call this Cody Hammond. Remember that has the auto direct over pit loop. It's push a little bit harder and further. Yeah, push further into the Teslas. On TVI, Towns, we got about 3 units behind us. Fire on now.
I'll be coming up to 66 out of 98 is no.
97 is primary now. TVI.
10-4.
TVI 65.
10-4, copy, TVI 66. Copy, TVI 66.
Following the pit maneuver, driver James Raines refused repeated commands to exit the vehicle. After he continued to resist, officers broke the driver's side window, removed him from the Tesla, and took him into custody without further incident. While speaking with Raines, Trooper Shoemate observed that his eyes were bloodshot and watery, his speech was slurred, and he had a strong odor of alcohol on his breath. Raines admitted he had been drinking, although he could not remember where. He agreed to a preliminary breath test, which showed a blood alcohol concentration of 0.14.
Get out of the car. Crawl the fucking window right now. Crawl the fucking window right now! Hang on. Crawl! Crawl!
I'm coming.
Crawl!
Hey, dude, I'm coming.
Go low, Austin. Yeah. Get your ass out! Hey, get your fucking ass out! Run.
At approximately 10:40 p.m. on June 27, 2025, Lieutenant C. Sims observed a white Kia Rio at the intersection of East Broadway and May Street with expired registration tags and unconfirmed insurance. Lieutenant Sims initiated a traffic stop by activating his emergency lights and began following the vehicle.
Dave 30, driver. East Broadway in May. Baker David Victor, 1-8 Paul on a white Kia.
Initially, the driver appeared compliant, but as Lieutenant Sims exited his patrol unit, the driver of the Kia suddenly fled the traffic stop, heading southbound on May Street before turning eastbound onto Washington Avenue at a high rate of speed.
Dave 30's taking off. Just turn eastbound on Washington. Stop signs. Still northbound passing 7th Street. Crash.
The pursuit came to an end when the suspect vehicle crashed at the intersection of Daisy Bates Drive, 14th Street, and Arch Street. Officers ordered the driver to exit the vehicle and lie face down on the ground. The driver complied but was only able to crawl a short distance before stopping. Lieutenant Sims and Officer Wade approached and took physical control of the driver, later identified as Devin Chisholm. During this time, the passenger briefly leaned out of the driver's door. Officers moved to clear the vehicle but were informed by both Chisholm and the passenger that no one else was inside.
Where you hurt at, buddy? My back. What about you, partner? You okay? Right side, sir.
On February 4th, 2025, at approximately 5:17 a.m., Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Trent D. Sistrunk observed a dark-colored SUV traveling on Interstate 75 in Alachua County, displaying a fictitious license plate. Trooper Sistrunk initiated a traffic stop, and the driver initially complied.
Morning, how's it going? How are y'all? Got your license plate, bud? Can I get it from you?
While Trooper Sistrunk was speaking with the driver, the suspect suddenly accelerated away from the traffic stop, initiating a high-speed pursuit. As soon as the driver began to slow down, Trooper Sistrunk seized the opportunity to perform a pit maneuver. Although the impact was significant, the driver managed to maintain control of the SUV, recover, and continue fleeing.
Get on now! Get out!
Got it going. Jax, we got him out.
The pursuit came to an end after Florida Highway Patrol troopers successfully disabled the fleeing vehicle with additional pit maneuvers, forcing it into a roadside ditch. Both occupants were taken into custody. A search of the SUV uncovered multiple illegal substances, including marijuana, phencyclidine, and synthetic cannabinoids. The discovery of the narcotics resulted in additional criminal charges beyond those related to the pursuit. At about 7:54 a.m. on November 21st, 2025, Trooper Greeno was stationary conducting traffic enforcement when he spotted a vehicle speeding past at roughly 80 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. He pulled out, activated his emergency lights, and attempted a traffic stop. Instead of complying, the driver accelerated, immediately initiating a pursuit.
Northern southbound, 1030.
South, coming up on red light.
I'm direct. I'm direct. Silverfield. 3430, I'm getting on at the 97. Y'all heading towards Wilmerson.
Coming in Malvern. Breaking out.
Copy, right there.
On your face!
After sharply swerving to avoid another vehicle, the fleeing car skidded out of control, slid across the roadway, and crashed into a ditch. The driver immediately bailed out and ran into the woods, but was captured after a short foot chase. Fortunately, no serious injuries or significant property damage resulted from the pursuit.
Yes, right there.
On the morning of February 22nd, 2025, Trooper Bird was patrolling westbound on Interstate 630 near University Avenue when he spotted a gold Honda Accord in the middle lane. The driver, later identified as Nikendra Gordon, and the front seat passenger, Cameron Carson, were both not wearing seatbelts. A registration check also revealed the vehicle had no liability insurance. Trooper Bird attempted a traffic stop, but the Honda refused to yield and accelerated toward exit 6A. As the vehicle passed exit 6B at over 80 miles per hour without slowing, Trooper Bird reported an active pursuit. The pursuit continued westbound past the Baptist Health exit. After clearing exit 8A, Trooper Bird moved to the right with a wide angle to ensure the path ahead was clear. Once confirmed, he closed in on the rear right bumper of the Honda and executed a successful pit maneuver. The impact caused the vehicle to veer right, strike the concrete barrier, and slide along the wall. As the car came to a stop, Cameron Carson exited the front passenger door, carrying a rifle and a backpack. He quickly threw both items over the concrete barrier and fled on foot. Nikendra Gordon remained in the vehicle and was taken into custody without further incident. On November 10, 2022, Officer Matthews was alerted that the Newton County Sheriff's Office and the Covington Police Department were actively pursuing a vehicle attempting to flee. The vehicle, believed to be connected to a missing persons case, had fled from a wooded area off Stevenson Road. Officer Matthews quickly located the pursuit and joined the chase.
918 radio.
Okay, now.
918 radio. I'm helping another jurisdiction in a 1080.
918.
36 at High Point Church. We're southbound on 36.
Where you there?
Feeler 710
308.
Picket Bridge Road. Just went down Picket Bridge Road.
Ticket Bridge Road.
Find out what their charges are, please.
10-4, I've asked that dispatcher.
In the following minutes, the suspect turned onto a dirt road, seemingly attempting to use the dust cloud kicked up by the vehicle to obstruct the officer's visibility. The tactic appeared effective, as the pursuing units temporarily lost visual contact with the suspect's vehicle.
Hang on, I'll take a bridge to four. Take second. Okay, I will, but I can't get up there. I can't see.
Thomas 1080 for service southeast.
Radio, the speed he's doing the lead.
There's a changing user, good 20. Advising on...
Due to the prolonged nature of the pursuit, the suspect's erratic driving, and the approach toward residential neighborhoods along Georgia State Route 212, including several subdivisions and a busy roundabout at the intersection with GA 36, Trooper Matthews determined that a pit maneuver was necessary to safely bring the pursuit to an end.
Jacob, when you pit, we'll spin and pin, spin and pin. Right, I'm with them also.
A precise pit maneuver forced the suspect's vehicle off the road and into small trees. Captain Jones and Sergeant Gilbert arrested the driver, identified as Jesse Hardiman, a convicted felon on felony probation with 6 prior license suspensions. The vehicle had a stolen plate registered to a different car and lacked valid insurance. A search uncovered 3 loaded firearms within reach: a Taurus PT 2417 pistol, a Tenfolio Witness Classic 2 pistol, and an unmarked .22 caliber rifle. Officers also found a stolen license plate, around 12 loaded magazines, and additional ammunition inside the car. On the evening of March 10, 2024, a trooper from the Michigan State Police Metro South Post located a stolen Dodge Durango. When the trooper attempted a traffic stop, the suspect immediately fled, prompting a pursuit.
We're in pursuit, 20 eastbound through 14th Street.
Eastbound through 14th, would you like the air?
Yep, we're good right. Through Rosa Parks. Speeds of 60.
Speeds of 60 through Rosa Parks.
2211 manager.
Alright, we're through the lodge, eastbound. We're speeds of 70.
Eastbound through the lodge, speeds of 70.
Continuing eastbound, we're going to be coming up the Grossbeck here.
Eastbound approaching Grossbeck.
Speeds are steady at 100. Through Grossbeck. Where's that Grossbeck hit?
Through Grossbeck, 100 miles an hour.
Westphalia, continuing eastbound.
Through Westphalia.
Good, you can split this. Alright, eastbound through Reno. So look to make it southbound.
Read speeds in traffic, please.
Alright, speeds are 88. Traffic is light. You're good right, good right. We're coming up the grass shift. Go through it, go through it. Southbound Gratiot from 8 miles.
Southbound Gratiot from 8.
Who's behind me? Who's behind us, secondary?
Up Dave.
Good right, you're good right. Got clear traffic. It's a crash. How?
What are you doing?
As the suspect vehicle began to slow down, troopers quickly closed in to execute a pit maneuver. Although the driver attempted to evade, this time he was unsuccessful. The Dodge Durango spun out and slammed into a utility pole. Moments after the crash, the vehicle caught fire, prompting troopers to shout at the driver to exit immediately. The suspect was taken into custody while officers urgently called for a fire extinguisher to put out the blaze.
It was fire. The car fucking caught on fire. I don't know, but it caught on fire. Yeah. Arbitrary.
We're still traveling westbound.
On Saturday, April 20th, 2024, at around 8:31 p.m., Trooper Taylor was traveling west on Interstate 40 near the 216-mile marker when he spotted a red Ford Fusion with Arkansas plate APT-20N, which came back registered to a white Land Rover. Suspecting fictitious tags, he initiated a traffic stop. When Trooper Taylor activated his emergency lights, the vehicle refused to yield and sped westbound, reaching over 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and nearly hitting a vehicle near the 212-mile marker.
State message until Mike 202.
TBI.
TBI.
211, 211.
211.
Still going.
Still going.
Due to the driver's reckless behavior, Trooper Taylor performed a tactical vehicle intervention near the 211-mile marker. The maneuver caused the vehicle to spin counterclockwise on the roadway, but the driver quickly regained control and continued fleeing at high speed.
Speed's 100. Still traveling westbound.
Still westbound.
210, speed 128.
Are we flying or TBI? And so they're waiting at the 202.
TBI unsuccessful.
We can try TBI. TBI unsuccessful.
Speed's 117. We're at the 209.
209, speed 117.
We're up to 120.
120. TBI.
Coming to a stop,
Coming to a stop.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Put your hands in the air!
Around 1:30 a.m. on February 26, 2022, a Montgomery police officer spotted a traffic violation near Rockville Pike and Nicholson Lane in Bethesda. When the officer attempted a stop, the driver immediately sped off, prompting a pursuit. At that moment, she likely didn't realize it would be the most tragic decision of her life.
Need you to pull over right here. Okay. Thank you.
Silver Nissan or Honda Civic. We're on Park Lawn heading towards Randolph. Yes. Just ran the red light at Lummis Plaza. We're on Randolph heading towards run that tag.
Copy.
Coming up to Beers Mill.
Copy. Coming up to
crossing over Beers Mill, just ran the red light.
Crossing over Beers, headed, I'm sorry, just ran the red light.
Going to be coming up to Connecticut here shortly. All right, 9 Whiskey 12, they just wrecked on Connecticut Avenue.
The pursuit reached speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. During the chase, the female driver lost control of the vehicle and crashed along Randolph Road in Wheaton. She was pronounced dead at the scene. A male passenger was transported to a local hospital with minor injuries. Had she simply pulled over, accepted a traffic citation, and gone home, the outcome might have been very different.
User. Where's the station? You can tell us that time. I want to know. It's okay. It's okay, what? Okay, the car is going towards you. Copy, okay, car is going towards you. That's the same vehicle.
On March 21st, at approximately 7:30 p.m., an officer with the Seat Pleasant Police Department attempted to stop a Genesis sedan on the 6300 block of Martin Luther King Jr. highway. Initially, the driver stopped, but when the officer briefly returned to his patrol vehicle, the driver accelerated and fled. Authorities issued a lookout alert for surrounding law enforcement to remain vigilant. Later, officers with the Prince George's County Police Department spotted the vehicle at a gas station on the 6700 block of the same highway. When they attempted to stop the vehicle again, the driver accelerated once more.
I got this.
Yeah, that's what they just had stopped and that's stolen. I haven't coming back on that 2009 Hyundai.
One driver, number one male, wearing a white hoodie, light skin. Break it off.
Alright, copy. Sorry if I can do doors, break it off.
Same.
The officers from the Prince George's County Police Department pursued the Genesis sedan for a short distance before the driver crashed into a Nissan SUV that was not involved in the chase. The SUV, driven by 34-year-old Patricia Riddick, had a child passenger. Body-worn camera footage shows officers attempting to break into the car to rescue Riddick and the crying child in the back seat. Riddick was taken to a nearby hospital, where she later died. The child sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The crash occurred at the intersection of Martin Luther King Jr. Highway and Bellhaven Drive. The Genesis driver was hospitalized in critical condition, and no officers were injured during the incident. Ioana.
Copy, someone's trapped in the car. Okay, probably got a child. Copy, child trapped in the car.
On January 29, 2021, around 2:45 p.m., Trooper Shiver was stopped in heavy traffic at Georgia 3 and Upper Woolsey Road when he saw a silver Mazda use the right turn lane to pass stopped vehicles and run a red light. Once the light turned green, Trooper Shiver followed southbound and attempted a traffic stop. When he activated his lights and siren, the driver accelerated and fled.
I'm in a 1080. I'm over here by the racetrack on 19 and Georgia 3 semi. Radio. Radio, I'm going around the track at the off of 19. Okay, we're in the DOT zone, semi.
The driver entered an active construction zone controlled by flaggers and nearly struck several workers before continuing east for about 3 more miles into heavy traffic within Fayetteville city limits. Approaching the intersection of State Route 92 and Cathy Avenue, he failed to stop for a red light and kept fleeing.
They're gonna hit somebody head on something. Okay, I just kept flipped and I also got down.
After the violation, Trooper Shiver decided to attempt a pit maneuver and inform communications. He successfully made contact with the suspect's vehicle, causing it to spin and hit a stopped Chevrolet Malibu. Shiver's patrol car then collided with a red Toyota Camry due to brake fade. Both suspects were taken into custody without incident. A search of the vehicle uncovered a large bag of suspected marijuana, which was turned over to the Lovejoy police. The pursuit lasted about 20 miles before being safely ended. At about 4:17 p.m. on August 8, 2025, Trooper Puckett was patrolling southbound on Interstate 55 near the 3-mile marker when a Honda Accord with the passenger window down passed him in the left lane. As it went by, Puckett observed the driver was not wearing a seatbelt and the vehicle's registration had expired in May 2025. Puckett activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply and attempted to flee.
City. 1024.
827.
The green Honda Accord. Tennessee, Boy Robert Williams, 7933. Boy Robert Williams, 7933. Trying to get him to stop at the 2 mile mark.
Southbound.
10-4. 1037.
10-2-3 in that direction.
TVI.
A short time later, with traffic clear, Trooper Puckett decided to end the pursuit with a pit maneuver. He struck the passenger side of the Honda at about 85 miles per hour, forcing it into a concrete bridge barrier near the 1 mile marker southbound. As Puckett turned back, he saw the driver trying to accelerate away, so he rammed the vehicle head-on, disabling it completely.
Let me see your fucking hands! Let me see your fucking hands! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car now! Turn around! Turn around! Stand up! Turn around! Stand up now! Turn around! Stand up! Walk back to me! Walk back to me! Take it left! Step left! Step left! Stop! Step left now! Step left now! Start 2 small to 11s. Turn around now!
On August 8th, 2025, at approximately 7:35 p.m., a Florida Highway Patrol trooper observed a gray Toyota Camry traveling 74 miles per hour in a posted 50 miles per hour zone on US 1/SR5 near mile marker 95 in Key Largo. When the trooper activated emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, the vehicle briefly slowed but failed to stop, then fled southbound, initiating a pursuit. During the pursuit, the suspect accelerated to speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. Troopers observed the driver throw a beer can out of the window. Although officers attempted a containment maneuver to stop the vehicle without causing damage, the driver remained defiant, broke free, and fled again.
Hi, we are unsuccessful pit from 1684. We're still southbound. I'm going in for another one as soon as this traffic's clear.
10-4, unsuccessful pit from 1684. 1684, I lost my third bumper.
I'm just thinking of Miami. He just dropped something out the window. It looks like a beer can. He's possibly signal 1 Miami.
10-4.
Alright, Miami, he is passing in the center lane again. That's the traffic.
10-4. At 400 miles per hour. They are 48, and we're on the line. I got Alex or Vicky on the phone. She's going to Alex up for Mike.
After about 6 minutes of pursuit, deputies with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office deployed spike strips near the 87-mile marker, flattening multiple tires on the suspect vehicle. Despite the damage, the car continued fleeing at high speed. After the pit maneuver, the driver, Glenn Saltz Jr., initially refused commands and moved toward officers, but was quickly subdued and arrested with only minor scrapes. Officers noted clear signs of impairment, including slurred speech, red watery eyes, and the odor of alcohol. Multiple open and unopened beer cans were found in the car. Saltz admitted to using alcohol, marijuana, and prescription medication. Breath tests registered 0.027 and 0.025, and he refused a urine test. While in custody, Saltz made suicidal statements, attempted to run into traffic, and spit at an officer, requiring restraints and a spit hood. He was medically evaluated and transported for a mandatory mental health hold under the Baker Act.
My reservation. I almost made it.
You're funny, bro.